Welcome back to the channel, viewers. So RV maintenance, it's an ongoing thing, but preventative maintenance you can schedule. Today we're going to tackle one of the tasks on our preventative maintenance checklist, sanitizing our freshwater tank. No matter how you RV, whatever style, if you're a weekend warrior, part-time, full-time, you should tackle your freshwater tank at least twice a year. Depending on how you camp and use your rig, you may want to do it more. We do it almost quarterly, but definitely the first of spring and the first of fall is a good scheduling reminder. It only takes a few minutes to set up, but then several hours for it to sanitize. You can do as little as 4 hours or as long as 24 hours. The longer you leave the solution in your freshwater tank and your lines, the more sanitary it'll be. For us, because we are constantly using our water system as full-timers, 4 to 6 hours gets us sanitized enough. Let me show you how we do it. So the first thing you want to do is make sure your freshwater tank is empty. Our freshwater drain is located right under the freshwater fill, and so we'll get down there and we'll make sure the drain valve's open so the freshwater tank can drain. So sanitizing your freshwater tank, like I said, is really a simple process. And that big solution that I referred to, household bleach. Just your regular old chlorine bleach, mixed 1/4 cup to every 15 gallons, or 1 cup to every 50 gallons, depending on the size of your freshwater tank. We have a 36-gallon tank, so I'm going to mix just over a 1/2 cup, in between, almost 3/4 a cup of bleach into a gallon of water. Be careful. Make sure you get safety precautions as far as bleach splatter. You don't want to mess up Mickey. Fill this up with a gallon of water, and then we'll get it into our freshwater tank. I'll show you how. So now that our tank's empty and we've got our solution mixed up, it's just a matter of getting that solution down in the tank. Normally I have a funnel that I use. It's in the back of the truck. The truck's at the shop getting serviced right now, but any funnel will do. Just make one. I did find a little, this is actually a DEF fluid funnel, to put DEF fluid in the truck. It's got a short mouth, but you can make a funnel just out of a everyday water bottle. So that's what I did. We'll use this to get the solution down in the freshwater tank. Now that we got our bleach solution in the freshwater tank, the next step is just topping it off with good old fresh water. I'll make sure that my city water connection is shut off, and I'll go ahead and disconnect it for good measure, and cut on my Y adapter for my freshwater tank fill. I always keep an extra hose on board, especially for filling up my freshwater tank here for sanitizing purposes. We picked up a flow meter as well, a little device here that helps measure how much water we're putting in our system. That way, if we're ever boondocking or on a travel day just need a few gallons of water, we can measure it out and know exactly how much water we're putting in our freshwater tank. Our manufacturer says we have a 36-gallon freshwater tank. I believe it's a little bit more. Let's check it out. 2 down, 34 more to go. Always make sure your pump is off too. I did that at the beginning of this whole process. That way if a faucet was on by accident, you wouldn't be running water through it. So yeah, always make sure your pump's off. So we'll call it 43.5. I guess we're lucky we get a few extra gallons. Now let's go show you the next step in the process. Now that our freshwater tank's full of the bleach solution, we essentially just need to go prime our lines throughout the rig. So with the water pump on, we're going to go to each faucet and cut the hot water on. Let it run till we smell the bleachy solution. This faucet's the closest to the hot water heater, so I'm sorry, closest to the fresh water tank, so the pump's right underneath. There it is. We got bleach. Now do the cold water. And essentially you're just going to do that at every water faucet you have. For us, it's going to be the bathroom, got a faucet at the sink, the shower head, and then we'll also go out to our outdoor kitchen and then our outdoor shower. Hot and cold water till you smell the bleach. Then your lines are primed, and we go from there. Now that all our lines are primed, it's just a waiting game, and how long you wait is totally up to you. At least 4 to 6 hours would be beneficial, because especially for those that full-time and constantly use their freshwater system, or they don't have any stagnant water that stays in their tank. That's how we're going to go. We're going to go 6 hours. Set a timer for 6 hours.
Okay, your timer is set for 6 hours.
But if you're storing it for the season, or you don't use your freshwater system as often as we do, then 12 to 24 hours would be better to sanitize your system. Let that bleach get in there and stay in there for a good 12 to 24 hours. Get it really sanitized. So we'll see you in 6 hours, and we'll go over the next step. So 6 hours is up. It's time for us to go ahead and drain the freshwater tank again. We'll let that drain. Also, your low point drains to flush all your lines out. Also drain that as well. Ours is over behind the, underneath our outdoor kitchen. So we'll get those as well. Let those drain out, and then basically you start the process again. So once you get your freshwater tank drained and all your low point drains emptied, then you just refill the freshwater tank with no bleach and run it through the system again. Go through all your faucets, let it run through the pump until you don't smell any bleach. Then your freshwater tank and your lines have been sanitized. Hey guys, we hope this video was helpful. If you thought so, hit that like button. Consider subscribing to our channel. Hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated when we post our next video. As always, we wish you guys safe travels and an awesome view. And you'll see us in the next video.
That's not all, folks.
Because you don't want to be drinking no bleach water. Especially unsanitized bleach water. We essentially just need to prime the lines throughout. Hey guys, we hope that this video was helpful, and That camera there is not waterproof.